is over. And congratulations to Team Premium for winning. But guys, that's not why I'm here. Let's look at how these housemates. Oh my goodness. Do you know that these housemates murdered some of their some of their partners, some of their G partners, some of their cuddle partners? Because I was expecting them to, but then guys, the one that really shocked me was Tram choosing Abby and Abby choosing Tram. Like from where to where, I literally remember that these people had a fallout. I think that was the first week, not the first week, the first day, Abby, second day of Abby's reign as HOH. She had this issue with Tram. So where is all of this coming from? Guys, please come in. Oh, let's have some chit chat. Let's have our Abbey gist. I believe everybody watched it. Nobody's going to tell me, show us TV, show me, show me. There is nothing we are watching on the TV now because definitely they should be hungry, go to look for food and all. I don't think anybody has time to come and be gisting now because the housemates need to go freshen up, look for food and eat. So you guys should come. Let's talk about the party of life that just happened. So, guys, the first person that actually opened the floor for this party of life was Tram. Tram wrote a whole episode to his lovely wife to be and his fiance, right? Guys, I was expecting, okay, who is this person that is going to match Tram's party of life in the house? Honestly, I wasn't expecting him to give it to Shiba because a lot has happened since yesterday and now. And I don't think after saying all of the things he said and we know that he's kind of like moving past it. I don't think he would be giving it to, or he was going to give it to Shiba. So Shiba was never on my list. So I was just wondering, who is Trump going to give this to? Who is Trump going to give this to? To my greatest surprise, he said the housemaid that matches la 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 is Abby. Abby is nurturing. Abby is this. Abby speaks Italian. Abby. I'm like, you and Abby that had an issue. Hmm? That Abby even wanted to make the house uncomfortable for you. You had to go pick a whole pineapple, cut it because Abby didn't give you fruits. Like I was so surprised. It shocked me. Ah, the camera was just zooming on Shiba's face. One thing this cameraman, one thing they were doing was if they call your person, maybe somebody you know you're close to, somebody we expect that the person you will call you. You understand what the camera will do? Camera will zoom on the person's face. Let's assume like Yusuf, and we will all expect that okay, he's going to call Bells. Camera will just move to that person for us to see their countenance and their reaction. So, guys, after Trams, we had Bluetopia. Yeah, Bluetopia came, and Bluetopia is her own Padi. Is she said is her friend, says so much about her, praised her, did all of that. And the housemates that matched her friend in the house is Barry. Oh, I wasn't surprised anyway. I wasn't surprised because I knew it's either Barry or Chisom Chuka, but I wasn't really expecting Chisom. I said, is either Barry or Neche? Since Neche is not in the house, another option would be Barry. So Blutopia gave her own, this time around is a necklace, it's not a bracelet like the other time. Blutopia gave her necklace to Barry. After Blutopia, we had Barry. Barry talked about his friend. They've known each other for 11 years and all of that, the nurturing part, characteristics, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, who is your party of life that matches, from the house, that matches whoever it is outside the house? He said it's Blutopia. Blutopia reminds him of the girl. Blutopia does this, Blutopia does that, and they are going to continue being friends even outside the house. I'm like, yo, Blutopia was crying. She got emotional. She was shedding tears. Probably she did not expect that Barry would call her. Why wouldn't you expect that Barry would call you? Maybe, probably she might be thinking Barry would give it to a guy, but then another thing is nature is not around, so Barry still gave it to Plutopia. So, guys, when they called Bells, Belle said has her own party of life is her mom. I love. Well, there was one thing that really impressed me. Okay, into nice party of life, whatever. Majority of the housemates, like most of them, um their own paddy is either their sibling, their parents, and I really loved and appreciated that so much. Like I love it when siblings are friends, when siblings are closely knitted, like siblings turn to friends. I love that so much, and I'm really quite impressed with most of them appreciating their siblings, their family members, their parents, and all. So Belle's party of life is, she said she would have given it to her dad, but she doesn't know, what's up for now. So she gave it to her mom. Her mom is her party of life. The nurturing characteristics she possesses and all of the things. Then the housemates that actually matches that in the house is Abby. Honestly, how many housemates gave their necklace to Abby? About three. I think three housemates did that to Abby. Bells, we had Tram, we had who again? There's this other housemate too that gave to Abby. I can't remember the housemates that gave to Abby. So when it was Shiba's turn, wow, Shiba wrote a whole episode for her sister. I guess either her elder sister or so. She talked so much about the sister, said a lot of things about her. And then the housemates that really fit in or that matches is Godessa, and she gave Godessa a necklace. But when it was Godessa's turn, Godessa actually mentioned her sister too, her blood sister. Yeah, I think I've seen that one when I saw their family picture on, was it on Instagram or where? And she always talks about her sister, how she's missing her sister and all. So after praising her sister, talking about her sister, appreciating her, being grateful for all the good things, her encouragements and all, guess who her party of life was? Guys, she gave it to Temi and Kim. And Araga also gave his own party of life, is his sister, his elder sister. Yeah. So the party of life that matches his elder sisters is Temi and Kim. So both Araga and Godessa gave to Temi and Kim. Chisom Chuka, yeah, Chisom Chuka, that one also surprised me because I can count how many times I see Chisom and Godessa having a conversation. So I was shocked when he mentioned Godessa. Yesterday too, he nominated Godessa to be saved. I'm like, really? Because if you'd ask me, the only housemates I can you know, say, okay, this housemate might be one person Godessa would mention. For the guys, either Araga or Barry. For the ladies, maybe Shiba or Teminkem. Chisom was never in the picture. Chisom was never in my own picture, seriously. But when Chisom mentioned Godessa, I was so shocked and I was surprised because I don't think I've really seen them. Anyway, we don't watch the show 247, so yeah, they know. So Chisom Chuka appreciated his friend, his very close friend. Okay, and the housemates that really fit in, that really matches that, okay, is Godessa. And Godessa got a bracelet from Chisom. So when he got to Ricky's turn, Ricky actually wanted to, okay, he said his main party is his elder bro, but he decided to talk more about his friend. He said he's his ex-girlfriend, that though they've not spoken for years, but he still can't get her out of his mind. And after appreciating her, talking about her, they say you don't know the value of what you have. Guys, please, if you're listening to me, you could do well by subscribing and hitting on the like button. We are just talking. I just want to believe that everybody watched the Aquafina tax, right? I just want to believe that everybody watched it and we are just here to talk about it. Okay, just to have some chats about what happened at the Aquafina tax. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not live streaming. I'm not showing what's happening in the house. Housemates are looking for food to eat. So yeah. So after that, Abby, yeah, Abby talked so much about her husband, gave instances, say he's the only person she can trust, he's trustworthy, he's this is that. And the housemates that really fit in that matches is Tram. I'm like, yo, Tram, Tram. What? Who? Hi, sweetheart. It was Shiba that he was supposed to mention. Is it Chisom Chuka? Why? Why do you say that? Yesterday he saved Godessa. He said Godessa is his guy. He said Godessa is his guy. So he mentioned Godessa. And no, thank you, sweetheart, for the thumbs up. He mentioned Godessa yesterday. He saved Godessa and she and who? Blue. Yeah. He saved Godessa and Bluetopia, remember? And today he gave it to Godessa. You know, this party of life, do you know one thing I was able to deduce from tonight's thing that happened? It was like after the show itself, these people gathered to have a conversation. Abby, not really a conversation, as they were just walking down, some of them were shocked. I didn't teach you, I didn't. So Shiba was trying to say that this thing is not really about your main person in the house, but probably she just wanted to like she just wanted to like cover up for herself or defend herself for not being picked because nobody picked Shiba. Shiba was like, it's not really about your main person in the house, but whoever your party of life is, the character in the house that really matches or fits that person. Okay, but then I don't think Chisom or wanted if Chisom had wanted to pick Shiba, he would have done that. That yeah, Shiba saved him quite all right, but then that doesn't mean that he is his party of life. Somebody might be good to you, but that doesn't mean that the person is your confidant. The person is somebody who tries to lift you up when you're down. So that was one thing I was able to. People had their preferences, their choices, and this is real life situations. You might actually be good with someone. If I posted something on my WhatsApp channel. I was like, it's not all about cuddles. Somebody can be your cuddle partner, your kid partner, your whatever partner. But when it comes to the main thing, people who are there for you through thick or thin, it may not be those people. It may not really be those people that you feel like you spend the most of the time gisting with, laughing with, and doing all of that. So I'm not surprised, okay? And I don't think Chisom wanted to give because if he had they had time to write this now. They had almost like an hour. Ebuka, Biggie told them about this Aquafina task some minutes to 6 p.m. So they had almost like an hour to sort themselves out. So if he had wanted to give it to Shiba, definitely he would have written to Shiba. But I don't think it was supposed to be Shiba. He wanted to give it to Godessa. Yeah. He wanted to give it, or probably he just wanted to give it to a random person so that Blue is not going to feel bad that, oh, you like Shiba more than me, or Shiba will feel bad, oh, you gave to Blue. So he just, let me just give it to an abstract person. Yeah. So when he came to each of the housemates, Ricky, yeah, Ricky gave his to Bells. He talked about how he's going to spoil Bells after they show how Bells is going to chop his money. Yeah, you two were just blushing. I'm like, yo, tall and short. Ricky and his bells. Ricky and his bells. I was impressed though. I was impressed because he said they met in school. Yeah, they met in school and they've been cool since then. Even in the house, they've not really had any fallout. You don't even get to see them most of the time having a conversation. It's once in a while, but then that is true friendship. He always looks out for her and she does same too. So yeah, quite impressive. Um Guys, I'm coming to know me. Nomi is really a character. And thank God she mentioned her bad behavior. I'm like, oh, baby girl, thank God you know you really have a bad behavior. Hmm? Your behavior is bad. Excuse me, guys. So, for Gerald was another person who, okay, he talked about his mom, how caring, how nurturing, how whatever. Okay, the all the attributes of Aquafina. But then he said there is no one person in the house that perfectly fits, but because he has to do it, he is going to pick one person, and the person he picked was Salters. Onyi's story really was so touchy, very, very touchy. And honestly, people are really going through a lot. But thanks to her sister, their elder sister, who was just 17 when their mom passed, and she's been there for them through it all, taking care of them, and all. So the housemates in the house that really reminds her of her sister, who takes care of her, who always defends her, has her back, even when she's not there, is Flora. And that was how it went, vice versa. Flora also thanked, I think, a friend of hers who has been there for her too, and she gave hers to Oyin too. So Flora to Oyin, Oyin to Flora. That was how it went. So when it came to Saltes, Saltes was just telling us story. Saltes was just, in fact, all of them. The only person I enjoyed has like the simplicity. Okay, the simplicity in her write up and all was Bells. Very short, concise, straight to the point. Like very short, concise, and straight to the point. You don't need to write a whole episode for us. Sortes, in fact, Sortes did not finish his own. Yeah, Sortes did not finish his own before the sound of the buzzer, but he continued. He was just buzzed out, but he continued talking and talking about his friend, a female friend who helps him and all of that. Then the housemate he gave his own necklace to is, who was the housemate? Okay, Oyin. Yeah, that was Oyin. He gave it to Oyin. Then for Aiku gave his to Barry. Yeah, I could talk about his friend he met on Facebook, and it seems both of them almost share similar interests, and so the housemate is Barry. Barry takes care of him, looks out for him, feeds him, and all of that. When he came to Kivo talked about his elder sis, who is just there, who is like a mentor to him. And Aiko reminds him so much of his elder sis because she also loves to teach and all. Which other housemates have I not mentioned? Which other housemates? Okay, Yusuf. Yusuf talked about his friend. He talked about his friend and the housemates in the house who perfectly fits, okay, or who reminds him of his friend who is his party of life in the house is, who did Yusuf pick? Araga. Yeah, Yusuf gave this to Araga. When he came to Araga chose Teminkem. Godessa chose Teminkem. And Teminkem talked about her mom, even sang a song for her mom. And her own party of life in the house is Goddessa, Mommy Goddessa. And she said, oh, she knows her mom is going to love Goddess. I'm like, okay. Hmm. Who told you guys you cannot build friendship on the show? In as much as everybody is playing a game, but then you get to build friendship, genuine and real friendship on the show. But guys, I don't know. I'm still okay. When it came to Nomi, Nomi talked about her elder sister who's been there for them after their mom's demise and all. Then she said, if I, while Nomi was speaking, I already just had it in my mind that Nomi is not going to give to anybody. Honestly. Because even when Biggie announced the Aquafina, you're going to ride this, ride that, the camera just, so when they were still in the house, I was just asking myself, who is Nomi going to write to? Like, who is Nomi going to write to? These people this season talked about somebody outside, then matched it with a housemate in the house, okay, that kind of like matches the person who is their party of life outside the house. But last year, I think it has to be two housemates, one person in the house that is your real party, then another person too. Yeah, because I could remember they were giving, what you gave, a bracelet and a necklace. I can't remember that people even had two. Somebody like Kola had both. I think gave both Mide and Imisi. Um, Dede gave Joanne and Coin. You guys remember now. So it's not the same. It's not the same story for this season. This season is they were asked to pick somebody, your friend from outside, your real party outside, then pick another person inside that is almost like that person that you have outside the house. Yeah. So when he came to Nomi talked about how that she knows her sister would have been writing a lot about her bad behavior. I'm like, so baby girl, you even know you are badly behaved. You know you're messing up on the show. Thankfully, so that tomorrow it won't be like people are giving you a bad name, okay, or people are imposing something that is not your character or your nature in you, but then that is who you are. you have a bad behavior. And the fact that she even used the F word, I'm like, this girl, are you okay? Fine, it's okay if you don't want to give anybody. If Cassie was around, probably she would have given Cassie, because Cassie is somebody I know is her person. But then, why would you use the F word? F them, because there's nobody in the house that is what it's like. Does it make sense? Now let's come back to Tram and Shiba. Tram giving this necklace to Abby was something I never saw coming. Like I never, even if you wake me up in my dream, before God and man, I'm like, from where to where? Abby and I can't really connect the dot to Abby and Tram. Abby and Tram. And Abby also wrote to Tram. Like, guys, honestly, it's confusing, quite confusing. And I didn't like the fact that nobody gave Shiba. Nobody gave Shiba anything, not even Temi, not even no housemates gave Shiba. Is she not nurturing? Is Shiba not nurturing? Guys, let me ask you guys, is Shiba not kind? Is she not caring? How come nobody gave her anything? Nobody recognized her. It's not fair, and I know she would feel it because she's human. Yeah, and being that she's quite older, so much is really expected from her. Much is really expected from her, though, you know. But then I think Abby took the most of the glory, and I'm not going to lie, she really deserves it because Abby is nurturing. Okay, she's kind, she's caring. Though sometimes she can be a lot, but then she's she has this caring side of her. She has it in her, seriously, and she's very domesticated. She does almost all the things in the house. In fact, when Bells was describing her, she said even when Abby will say I'm not going to do this, before you see her, she'll clean the kitchen. She even during her HOH reign, you guys saw that Abby was doing almost everything. She will cook, she will clean, she will make sure everybody is well fed, and so I think she really deserved whatever it was she got today. Yeah, she really deserved it. The housemates who did not get anything is Gerard. Nobody gave Gerard. Nobody gave Shiba. Nobody gave Nomi. Nobody gave Araga. Nobody gave Yusuf. Did anybody mention Ricky? No, nobody mentioned Ricky. So Tram got one, Barry got three or two. Barry got either two or three. Abby got three. Godessa got two. Temin Kem got two. Who else? I think, yeah, that's all. That is all. That is all. But I want to believe that if Tram and Shiba we are still very okay and in good terms, probably Tram would have given it to Shiba. Nomi did not give anybody. Nomi said F everybody. That nobody deserves it. That girl is a lot. And thank God she knows that her sister will be defending her. Like her sister would have been writing a lot about her behavior. And it's true. Because I guess her sister is either her handler or she would have been defending a lot. Because Nomi is a lot. Who do you think she would give? She's no longer in good terms with Teminkem. Her relationship with Abby is shaky. So there is no one person in the house you can literally beat your chest and say this person is Nomi's person. There is nobody in the house. So she didn't give anybody at all. She only talked about her elder sister, appreciated her, and that was it. She didn't give anybody. I don't know if Biggie anyway. I don't know if it's a must because Gerard also didn't want to give anyone. But later he said because he has to do it, so he picked Salters. He picked Salters. It was really very entertaining. In fact, all the games from the first game to the second game to the whole party, whatever. I said this party of what this their party of life would really reveal the real connection and people who are loyal to whatever it is they have in the house. And honestly, I'm going to tell, even Godessa did not choose Shiba, but Shiba chose Godessa. Shiba gave Godessa, but Godessa picked Temi Nkem. So when she mentioned Temi Nkem, I was like, really? Okay, so that means everything that Araga is telling Godessa about Shiba, she still has it at the back of her mind and slowly watching Shiba. Okay, but she would carry Tram's case and go and tell Shiba. And Shiba, now you have the one person that is your person. Even Chisom Chuka did not give you one person you could, or you can beat your chest and say, this person is my person. Tram, you did not give Tram. Now you are not even, you guys are not in good terms. You're not in good terms with Tram. But the goddessa that would come and tell you, oh, this person said this, she will tell you, Araga said this, Araga said that, Yusuf said that, this person said that. But she will still go back to them and be cordial with them. But you aren't cordial with your person. You didn't even um opt for a conversation with Tram. No. You believed whatever it was Godessa was selling to you, you bought it, and then Godessa is still in good terms with her Araga. Then she will come and tell you the things Araga said, tell you the things Yusuf said, tell you the things Trump said, and you would be hating on the young guy while she's there with her partner. Does it make sense? I don't know how Shiba reasons. This person will come and tell you, oh, this person is not loyal. Da, 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 da. At the end of the day, she will still move back to. I honestly, after tonight's task, I want to see a change dynamic in the house, changed one at least, so people will know that even though I'm spending time with you, even though you're not still, like Barry used the word trustworthy. He said he can trust Blutopia. He really trusts Blutopia so much. You can't trust Goddessa. Why would I even trust you? Why do you want me to trust you when you have somebody and you would sneak out on him to come talk to me? You would tell Araga you want to go see you want to go to Sheba's room, then off to Barry's place. You have a guy and you're still very comfortable with me. Even if I'm indulging you, even if I'm like, yes, we are doing stuff. When I go back to my closet, I'll be telling myself, this person. So what if I become this person's man tomorrow? This is the same way she would behave towards me. Yeah, because it may seem as though people don't really sit all by themselves, think, do some self introspection. Who is this person that has been there for me? Like, who is this that did this for me? Who do you think I can really trust? Who do you think I can always run to when I have issue? Who do you think is not going to betray me? They really know. So even if Barry is giving Goddessa some attention, indulging her, he already knows that this person, I don't think I can trust this person. And one thing I know for sure is whatever it is Araga is doing, thank God he said his party of life is his sister. By the time he leaves Biggie's house, his sister will tell him that your goddessa is a snake. Just leave him. Just leave her. Yeah, because definitely she would do that. Yeah, definitely she's going to do that. So she's going to do that. So everything happening in the house, whether you're being sneaky, whether you're pretending, whether you're being a true friend, I think they know. They all know. So they all know whom they can say this person is my person. Like Temi Nkem, no matter how she claims to love Shiba, be around Shiba, gist with Shiba, my dear, her preferred choice is still Goddessa. Her number one is still Goddessa. And it should make so much sense to Shiba. Ask yourself, is there anything I'm doing these people don't like? Because how come not even one person gave you anything? Not even one. Even the person that is your friend. And I believe Trump would have been, this should be an eye opener to Shiba, because nobody even rates you in that house. Yeah, even the ones that you have in your circle, you feel they are the ones, your closest friends and pals, they did not give you anything. The only one person that could have, let me not use wood, that could have actually mentioned your name and given you a necklace could have been Trump. But then, because you decided to focus so much on hearsay, You threw him under the bus, and right now nobody stood up for you. So it's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. If she wasn't having or wasn't at loggerheads with Tram, honestly, there is nothing that will make sure I'm not to mention Shiba's name. And probably that would have been the only necklace, or that would have been the only person that would mention her name. But because she feels like, oh, I've got other people, the people you think you've got, nobody called you. Nobody, not even one person, even the people who are not close to you. So it's something she needs to sit back and think. Honestly, she should ponder it. Ponder on. Ponder on. Oh, how I often sit and ponder. Yes, so let her sit back and ponder, because nobody sent her papa. At the end of the day, not even your Codesta mentioned your name, not even Temin came, not even Blutopia, not even the guys, not even Chisom. Nobody mentioned your name. So when you look around, the only person that you can still beat your chest and say this person has got my back is Tram. But you were too blind to see that that young man is genuine. It's quite unfortunate, guys. I'll be right back. All right, come in, guys. Come in, guys. Hello, guys. Come in. Let's have some chit chat. Come in. Let's have some chit chat. I hope you're still voting for your faves, because it's not looking good on the polls. It's not looking good on the voting polls. Please, I'm not live streaming the show. I'm not live streaming, I beg. Thank you. So that was that for the Aquafina tax party of life. Yeah, that was that. And honestly, I really enjoyed it. It was very entertaining and educating at the same time, because what people value or what people describe as friendship, true friendship, is not really what it is at all. Yeah, it's not really what it is. Genuine friendship, okay, and loyalty, honestly, is rare. So you may have people in your circle, you may have so many people in your space, but you may still find it very difficult to pick one out, to select that one person that you can set aside and say this person is the real G. This person, no. This person really stands out when it comes to true and genuine friendship. Anybody can anybody can be your friend. You can say this is my friend. You can even meet someone today. You say this is my friend. You sit out, you go out, you hang up. But when it comes to true friendship, when it comes to Padi, the people you will say, these people, even like Sotes was like he lived with his female friend for 5 months. You know, when you have somebody in your space and this person is, they don't make you feel less of yourself. They don't make you feel like you are, they don't lower your standard. You know, there are people you have as friends and they always make you feel less of yourself, especially when you've been through something and they actually know about it. You know, they want to use it against you at every given point. And honestly, they really want to use that thing against you. They want to judge you. They want to, yes, you call them your friends, but they are not. So those ones who you feel like they are going to be there for you no matter what. They are going to defend you no matter what. They are going to stand up for you no matter what. They are your friends. At the end of the day, they are your true friends. I just want to like believe that some of these housemates who this Aquafina Padi stuff would have been an eye opener to most of them, especially to Tram and Shiba. Yeah, to Tram and Shiba. I really want them to have a conversation. Yeah, I really want them to sit down and talk and tell themselves the truth. In as much as you're in the house to play a game, but it's not just enough. Don't trade your friends. Don't trade the genuine people you have around you simply because of your own selfish interest. It's good to be career oriented, it's good to be a gamer, it's good to focus on the game, but at the end of the day, you can still make very good connections, people who can help you tomorrow. It's not all about the money. We've seen people win Big Brother Niger, and today they don't even, they are broke. We've seen people win the show. It depends on how you're able to manage it, how you're able to invest it. So even if you win the money and you feel like, I don't even need anybody from the house again, my dear, it might hook you someday, and you would wish you actually made good connections from the house. So if Tram or Shiba really, 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 really values whatever it is they have, I think they need to sit and have a conversation. Yeah, they really need to sit down and iron things out, because you can't be it's not a one-sided beef now. Fine, both of them are angry, right? You can't just sit in your house and you expect things to resolve on their own. No, issues cannot, they can never be resolved on their own until you make a move. So if you feel like this person really hurt me, this person wronged me, if the person doesn't want to come to you, you can decide to be the bigger person, especially if you value whatever it was you guys shared. If you valued it, fine, you need to call that person and talk to the person, instead of Trump going to the guys and you're talking about Shiba, and Shiba going to his ladies, you're talking about Trump. Like, before you know it, it will now become so bad that honestly it can't be mended again. Like, there is no healing to it. But then let's just give him some time. I just want to believe that Trump still likes Shiba. Yeah, he still likes her very, very much. He still does. But as for Shiba, I don't even know for her. Anywho, guys, thank you so much for joining me. We are all tired. Aquafina task that started around 7. No, it was exactly 7 p.m. and they ended it around past 10 p.m. So you can imagine how many hours we all spent watching Aquafina tasks. So everybody's tired. We need to retire. We need to go sleep. Please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, this is the right time for you to do that too. Come back to watch some of my updates. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, guys. I really need to sleep. Tomorrow is work. Thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Anytime you come across this, please make sure to give it a massive thumbs up. And I'll definitely see you people in my next one. Bye.